heart and welcome to the Drink Less, Live Better podcast. This is the podcast that helps you to see that drinking less doesn't need to be stressful, lonely or boring. I'm your host, Sarah Williamson, and I decided to have a year alcohol-free as a little life experiment and haven't looked back. With my experience and training, I now help other women with their alcohol-free or drink less adventures. I'm here to tell you that you can relax, connect and have fun without alcohol in your life. Join me here each week to find out how. Today, I'd like to tell you a story about making new friends when I didn't have the crutch of alcohol to rely on for confidence. In my 20s, I had old school and university friends who I'd bonded with because we shared an educational or locational background and a love of drinking. I dated, usually over a drink or two, because I did, and they did, and it seemed as if everyone else did. After work activities and socialising always revolved around drinking. In my 30s, I met a whole wave of new friends. We all had children in our mid to late 20s and early 30s and bonded over playgroups, walks with the babies, tea or coffee round at each other's houses and baby-centred groups, all of which we enjoyed as much for our children as for ourselves. Meeting with people who were sharing a similar experience to me was so important at that time. I'm going to say that again, and I'm going to come back to it again in a minute. Meeting with people who were sharing a similar experience to me was so important. As my 30s were ticking along, I went back to work part-time and then full-time. My babies became toddlers and then school-age children. We moved house. Life was good. Better than that. Brilliant even. I had everything from my wildest dreams. Physical and emotional health, a brilliant husband, 2 fabulous children, a supportive extended family, a lovely house in a beautiful town, a dog, a job with a nice boss and colleagues, money to go on holiday and lots of friends to spend time with. Everything was good. Whilst my daytime activities never revolved around drinking, my evening socialising always did. I was often the friend who organised the social activities, and I don't think it ever occurred to me that I could organise fun that didn't involve dinner or the pub. It was just the go-to activity. As I started to drink less, I more often asked my friends if they fancied a walk or brunch rather than an evening out, and no one has ever said no yet. We do still go for nights out, but I am so happy to have alcohol-free drinks and I never care about what my friends are drinking. So that brings me here. I'm 43 years old today. I went alcohol-free when I was 41 and I thought I probably had already met most of my friends for life. I'm so lucky that I have my uni friends, my old work colleagues and friends with kids the same age as mine. And, of course, my husband. That's it, isn't it? That's all the boxes you need to tick. Brilliant. Almost everyone I know now knows I'm not up for getting plastered. I'm a slightly newer version of myself. Sarah version 2.0 perhaps, and I haven't lost anyone who really mattered along the way. Back to something I said earlier. Meeting with people who are sharing a similar experience is so important. It was important when I was a new mum and had no idea what I was doing, and so it has turned out to be important now when I am newly alcohol-free. And at times I have had no idea what I'm doing, or if this is really the right choice for me. I want to be bolstered by other people around me who have followed a similar thought process to me and decided that alcohol doesn't deserve a place in their lives right now. I want to have fun, laugh, talk about future goals and dreams, both mine and other people's, tell stories and share experiences. I want to go out as Sarah version 2.0 and know and like other people in the same position as me. I want to wake up hangover-free and carry on a conversation where we left off, not struggle to piece together vague memories of last night. New friends are important to me in my 40s in a way I didn't know was possible. Thank you to some of my very favourite sober people who I spent this last weekend with, Neetha, Khalees, Lee and Joe. All of you, I am so thankful to have you in my life as new friends. Thank you for listening to this episode. Please listen in again next time. You can sign up to my 5-day Drink Less experiment and find out about working with me one-to-one at drinklesslivebetter.com. It would make me happier than a Buddhist monk if you would please subscribe, 5-star review and comment on my podcast on whichever platform you listen. Imagine it like the tasting notes on the finest wine I am never going to drink. Thank you. And P.S. I believe in you.